In Virginia Beach, firefighters battled flames at a high-rise condo on Shore Drive this evening. Crews were called to Cape Henry Towers just before 5. That's near the Lesner Bridge. Neighbors say they saw someone on the balcony waiting for firefighters to put out the flames as smoke poured out of the unit. One firefighter is now recovering in the hospital tonight after putting that fire out. Derek Lytle was at the scene and spoke with fire crews and witnesses.
Dana, the Virginia Beach Fire Department tells us they responded to a call for a fire just before 5 this early evening at the Cape Henry Towers coming from the 15th floor. Now, a woman said that she was trapped on her balcony as the fire raged in her unit. The unit's coming and responding, saying that their ladders were not tall enough to reach that unit, advising her to stay suppressed, lock that balcony door while they fought the fire. They were able to get her out successfully, and she is going to make it. And I'll take you. This scene stretched all the way from the Lesner Bridge that way off Shore Drive, even all the way about almost a dozen blocks this way. It was a huge effort by the Virginia Beach Fire Department to make sure that nobody lost their life today at the Cape Henry Towers. 4:37 p.m. Wednesday, VB Fire rushed to Cape Henry Tower. Those nearby calling 911, witnessing the flames and smoke.
I pulled around and parked right over there, and I saw the fire, so I initially called.
At first, it was just some smoke. It seemed a little bit cloudy, and then you could start to see some flames through the windows and whatnot.
Joey Schreier says he saw a woman in distress on her balcony as smoke filled the air of her 15th floor unit.
I did see her on the balcony for a split second. I was mainly trying to make sure that the first responders had room to do what they want, open the barricade so that they could park their units.
Fire Captain Carson Forrester says their response immediately turned to a rescue as they addressed how to put out the fire.
They arrived with heavy black smoke showing from the 15th floor. And with a victim on the balcony that they're looking at.
With no way to reach her from the balcony, they advised her to shelter in place 15 floors in the sky as they battled the fire in her unit to reach her just in time to pull her to safety.
15th floor is out of reach of our ladder truck, so we know we're going to have to make a quick entry and try to get up to remove the victim from the fire or shelter in place as we did in this situation.
Her and several others treated by EMS on scene, one firefighter taken to the hospital for exhaustion. Many people thankful it was contained to just one floor.
So it's definitely a little scary. It kicks in your human nature to feel bad for the person and hope that everything is okay, and I do hope that she is okay.
Now, there was no word on how that firefighter is holding up at the hospital. What we were told that support staff was rushed there to make sure they were with that firefighter as they began their recovery. A lot of things to unpack here, but one takeaway is that things could have been a whole lot worse. We're in Virginia Beach. Derek Lytle, 13 News Now.
And fire officials say it was an accidental kitchen fire.